So hi students, so today in this video I am going to discuss properties of determinants. So properties of determinants, already in the last video we discussed how to evaluate a determinant. Okay, so before that we learned the definition of determinant. Okay, we learned how to evaluate or how to expand the determinant. Now we are going to learn properties of determinants. So properties of determinants are very useful to evaluate a determinant very easily in some special matrices, how to calculate or expand determinant using some simple techniques. So all this we will learn in today's video. So properties of determinant we are going to discuss. The first point or the first property is, so I am going in order. So for example, if any row or column, if you have elements like this, just I will give you some simple example first, then we will discuss. So if you compare any row or column with some other row or some other column, so if the elements of a row are in same ratio when compared to elements of another row, like you can see first row, second row elements are in same ratio. First row, second row elements are in same ratio, 1:2, 1:2, 1:2. So when the elements of any two rows or columns are in same ratio like this, then the determinant is going to be 0. Okay, so we can apply this in a 2 by 2 matrix. You can easily observe here. See, so if I write like this is a 2 by 2 matrix. So see the first row and second row. So first row, second row, 1:2, 1:2 are in same ratio. So therefore when two rows elements are in same ratio, determinant is 0. You can observe clearly. So if you find the determinant, that of this is what? 1 into 4 minus 4 into 4, 2 into 2 means 4. Clearly that is 0. So even for this 3 by 3 matrix also, if you expand the determinant, you will definitely get 0. If you expand the determinant, you will definitely get 0. So this is the first property. That is, if the elements of any row are in same ratio when compared with elements of some other row, then the determinant is going to be 0. Okay. So second one, very simple property. If all the elements of any row or column are zeros like this, if all the elements of any row or column are zeros like this, then the determinant is going to be 0. Why? Why? Because you know clearly that we can find determinant by using any row or column. We can find determinant using any row or column. So to find the determinant, if I use the second row for example, if I use second row, what is determinant? 0 into its cofactor plus 0 into its cofactor plus 0 into its cofactor. That is completely 0 only. I can use any row, no? I will use this row. Determinant will be 0 only. Okay, so what is the property you have to remember? If any row or column has all zeros, then determinant is going to be 0. So I will show that by taking a 2 by 2 matrix. You can easily recognize. See, so this is the matrix. What is det A? See, what is det A? 0 into 4 minus 0 into 3. 0 only, no? Clearly you can see. Because first row has all zeros, you are getting determinant as 0 because first row has all zeros. So second property, if any row or column has all zeros, then the determinant is going to be 0. So this is our second property. Now let us go to third property. So third property is when you are taking a 3 by 3 matrix like this. So I am taking a 3 by 3 matrix like this. So let us suppose that det A is equal to some k. Let us suppose det A is equal to some k. Here, when you interchange any two rows or columns, when you interchange two rows or columns, then the determinant sign is going to change. Determinant sign is going to change. That is, for example, if I interchange first row, second row, if I interchange first row, second row, because I interchange two rows here, originally determinant value is k now, determinant value will, sign will change. Just a minute. So determinant sign will change. That means determinant value now becomes minus k. That's all. So therefore, by interchanging R1, R2 here, determinant sign changes. So previously it was minus k, now it is minus k. So I can interchange columns also. For example, see here I am interchanging C1, C3 for example. So I am interchanging C1, C3. I am interchanging C1, C3. First column, third column interchanged. Original determinant k. Because I am interchanging two columns, determinant becomes minus k. Determinant becomes minus k. Why? Because by interchanging two columns, determinant sign changes. Simple logic. Okay. So I will show this property by taking a 2 by 2 matrix. So for example, I will take a 2 by 2 matrix like this. So then what is det A? Det A is 4 minus 6. That means det A is minus 2. Originally det A is minus 2. So here I will interchange first row and second row. So I am interchanging R1, R2. See carefully. Interchanging first row, second row. Find determinant now. 3 into 2, 6. Minus 4 into 1, 4. So what is determinant value you are getting 2? Originally determinant is minus 2. Because I am interchanging two rows, determinant sign changes. Therefore, I got 2 as the answer. So clearly you can understand here. 3 by 3 determinant expanding will be lengthy. Therefore, I am showing you example as a 2 by 2 matrix. Okay. So this is our third property. That is, by interchanging any two rows or columns, then the determinant sign is going to change. Okay. Now let us come to fourth property. So fourth property is, if I take a 3 by 3 matrix like A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3, I am taking a 3 by 3 matrix like this. Okay. So let us assume this determinant value is equal to some k. So let us take det A is equal to, okay, some delta I will take. Why k always? Det A is taken as some delta value of the determinant of A. So here, if k is multiplied to the determinant, that is k into det A, if I am doing like this, then this k can be multiplied to any one row or column of the determinant. So when k is multiplied to matrix, when k is multiplied to matrix, k means some scalar, that is constant. K is multiplied to matrix means K is multiplied to every element of the matrix. But in determinants, K is multiplied to determinant means that K is multiplied to any one row or column only. K is multiplied to any one row or column only. I'll show you how. For example, if K is multiplied to first column, you will get like this. Okay, so K is multiplied to first column. Then original determinant is delta, no? So determinant value becomes K delta. Okay, originally determinant value is delta. So if K is multiplied to the determinant, that K can be multiplied to any row or column. I multiply to first column here. Or I can multiply to first row like this. I can multiply to first row. I can multiply to first column, anywhere. If K is multiplied to determinant, you can multiply to any one row only or any one column only. Any one row or column you choose, you can multiply with that. So K into matrix means K is multiplied to all elements. K into determinant means K is multiplied to only one row or column. Which row you will multiply? Your wish. For which column you will multiply K? Your wish. But only one row or column multiplication must be done. Okay. So from this we can extract one more property. So what is that? See. So I will do K into A here. Means K is multiplied to matrix means K is multiplied to every element of the matrix like this. K is multiplied to every element of the matrix. Then you will get like this. This is K into A. Okay. So from this we will try to get one more property. Before that, so I will show the property by a 2 by 2 matrix. So if I take 1, 2, 3, 4, a 2 by 2 matrix like this, what is det A? So det A is 4 minus 6 means minus 2. Okay. So what I will do is, if I multiply the first row with a constant 2, first row is multiplied with a constant 2, remaining nothing I am changing. You have to see carefully that first row is multiplied with a constant 2. Now you find the determinant. Determinant is 6 minus 12. Okay, sorry, 8. So 8 minus 12 means minus 4. See carefully. First row is multiplied with 2. Determinant is also you are getting 2 times. That is what I told. When determinant is multiplied with 2, you are getting this, no? That 2 is multiplied to first row here. Okay. So I will show you one more example. If I multiply 2 to first column, if I multiply first column with 2, I will get like this. Find determinant. It is going to be 8 minus 12 minus 4 only. So determinant is multiplied with 2 means you can multiply 2 to first row, you can clearly see, or you can multiply 2 to first column. So if you multiply 2 with first row or first column, anything, determinant will be 2 times only. So determinant will be 2 times when you multiply a row with 2 or column with 2. Okay, determinant will be K times. Determinant will be K times when you multiply that with any one row or column like that. So which row you will multiply, which column you will multiply, that is your wish. Okay. So one more property I will try to extract from this. See. So if I want this determinant, if I want this. So if you want to multiply a determinant with a constant, you will multiply to any row or column. Same like that, if you want to take common from a determinant, you have to take common from any one row or column only. If you want to take common from a matrix means you will take common from all elements. But if you want to take anything common from determinant means you have to take common from any one row particularly or any one column particularly. So here you can clearly see that I will take 2 common from first row. So if I take 2 common from first row, I will get like this. So I can write this as 2 into, what is the determinant value here? 4 minus 6 minus 2. So is the value matching? What is the determinant of this? 8 minus 12 minus 4. You are getting minus 4 only, no? So in first row I took 2 common. Same determinant I am getting, no? That is the property. So if you want to take anything common from the determinant, you can take common from any one row or column, particularly which row you will choose, which column you will choose, that is your wish. But only one row or column you can take common. Okay, so this is the example by taking a 2 by 2 matrix. Now, so this is actually a very important property. I took Ka. Determinant of Ka I will take now. So I will change the symbol, that's all. What is this determinant now? So if determinant of Ka is taken, what I told you, if you want to take common from a determinant, you have to take common from any one row or column particularly. So therefore, I will take common K from the first row. Next, I will take K common from second row. Means only one row at a time you can do, or one column at a time you can do. Means actually if you want to write means you take K common, write the determinant. Again from second row I can take common means again take common and write again. That many times no need of writing, directly at a time you choose one row, that's all. So first row I am choosing taking K common, that is over. Now I am choosing second row, again take K common. Now I am choosing third row, again take K common. Means at a time you have to do from one row. So what is left now? First row A1, A2, A3 is left. Second row B1, B2, B3 is left. Third row C1, C2, C3 is left. Now this is actually determinant of A only, no? This is nothing but get A. So what you are getting here, K cube into the remaining part is nothing but get A. So determinant of Ka is equal to K cube into det A. That is the important property. So since we have 3 rows, we got 3 Ks. If you have 4 rows, you would have got K power 4 here. That means how many rows are there? That many Ks you can take common. Okay. So therefore, what is determinant of Ka for a n by n or n cross n matrix? So for n cross n matrix, you will have n rows. That means you can take K common n times. So determinant of Ka will be K power n into det A. If A is a n cross n matrix. Simple logic you can use, because A is a 3 by 3 matrix, you are getting first row, second row, third row, 3 Ks you are getting. If you are taking n cross n matrix, you will have n rows. So from first row you will get 1K, from second row you will get 1K common, from third row you will get 1K common, like that you have n rows. So automatically you will get n number of Ks, no? So K power n you will get, that's all. So this is the general formula for n by n matrix. This is the formula for a 3 by 3 matrix. Determinant of Ka is K cube into det A. So what is the summarizing part of this property? If you want to multiply a determinant with a constant, multiply to any one row or column. if you want to take common from a determinant, take from one row or column at a time. So take from first row separately, take from second row separately, like that. Separately you must take common from a row or a column. So, okay, so this is actually a very important property. Okay, right? So I am going to next property now. So next property. So next property is sum of the products of the elements of a row with the corresponding cofactors of some other row is going to be 0. Fifth, I missed fifth because fifth already completed. Determinant of Ka whole power n, that is fifth property only. So if I take, for example, if I take first row elements and sum of the products of these with second row cofactors, if I take like this, capital B1, B2, B3, what are they? Cofactors only. If I am doing like this will be always 0. So if I take same row elements, multiply with same row cofactors, that will be det A formula. That is, if I take A1 into its cofactor plus A2 into its cofactor plus A3 into its cofactor, that is det A definition. But if I am using rows, elements of one row and cofactors of other row I am using, means that will be 0. So that is the property. So I can show you a number of examples. I will take elements from second row, sum of the products of this with cofactors of other row, means I will use cofactors of first row. I will use cofactors of first row. This is going to be 0 because elements are from second row, cofactors are of first row, therefore that is 0. We can use columns also. I will take elements of second column. These are elements of second column. Cofactors I will take from third column. These are third column cofactors. So sum of the products of these is going to be 0 because elements are coming from second column, cofactors are coming from third column, the sum is going to be 0. If the elements and cofactors are both from same row or same column, that will be the definition of determinant. If the elements and cofactors are coming from different row, that is actually